Hello and welcome to Bella's Crafty Cards. I'm Bella. Today we're going to be making card 4 in our 25 Cards of Christmas series. Okay, so let's get started. This is the card we're going to be making today. It's a portrait size with heat embossed snowflakes, a sentiment, a border punch and a ribbon. So this is what you're going to need. You're going to need a piece of base card measuring 8 1/4 by 4 1/8 folded. You're going to need some white cardstock measuring 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. You're going to need some red card measuring 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. You're going to need some ribbon. You're going to need some snowflake stamps and a sentiment stamp and your acrylic block. You're going to need some embossing powders of your choice, a tumble dryer sheet, you're going to need a border punch and you're going to need some ink. Okay, let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get our border punch and we're going to punch our border in the bottom part of our card. So we're just going to line it up. But because I've lost the arms on this, I'm going to have to turn it around now and finish it off from underneath. And there we have our border punch. I'm going to lay that to one side now. If you have noticed, I have actually got my heat proof mat out today. That's because we're going to be doing some embossing, some heat embossing. So what we're going to need is a piece of scratch paper. We're going to be needing our red pattern paper. And this is actually from the same paper pack as I've been using all week, and it's the Jingle Babies, only this is just a red, and don't know if you can just about see it, it's got a mottle effect in it. Okay, and we're going to use our Versamark pad, and first we're going to use our large snowflake, and we're just going to stamp that at random places over your card. Okay, having some full ones, some bits going off the side. Okay, and I know what I have just forgotten to do. I've forgotten to rub my cardstock with my tumble dryer sheet, so I'll just have to see how it goes. First I'm going to use is my Silver Pearl. Now this is actually a new one, so I'm not sure what it's going to be like. I'm going to have to get my brush again because I didn't wipe it with my tumble dryer sheet. I have got embossing powder absolutely everywhere where I don't want it. Okay, I'm just going to put that to that side. I'm going to put this away for a second. Okay, now I'm going to bring my heat gun back. I'm just going to heat this up. There we go, I don't know if you can see it turning as it goes. There we go. Fantastic. Don't overheat when you're using your heat gun, because it'll go done. Okay, so that's that one done. Okay, don't know if you can see that. It's quite nice. It's got a pearly effect to it. Okay, I'm just going to bring back my scrap paper. This time I will be wiping it with my tumble dryer sheet. Okay, I'm going to be now going back in with my smaller snowflake. I'm just going to put that in between all of these, like so. Turn it around. Don't forget, have some going off the paper as well. Just make it more effective, like so. Okay. On there. And I think that'll do. Okay. Now this time I'm going to be using Stardust embossing powder. And see what that looks like. Okay, so I'm just going to sprinkle this all over, like so. Okay, and because I use a tumble dryer sheet, I don't actually need to get my paintbrush onto that. I'm just going to put this away. I'm now going to heat this up again. I've still got my heat mat down. And there you have it. I actually quite like the way that looks. Okay, so now what we're going to do is going to remove our heat mat, because we don't need that anymore, and we're going to bring our white card stock back in that we border punched, and we're going to bring our tape in, and we're going to attach this to our white cardstock. Making sure we've got no tape hanging over the edge. And we're going to attach that to the white cardstock, leaving an equal border around, like so. You're then going to get your ribbon, and you're going to, oops, and you're just going to tie a knot with your ribbon. Don't pull it too tight, because otherwise it will buckle your card. Okay, once you've got your knot in place, you're going to pull your tails so they lie on the top. Again, don't over pull, because you will, like I said before, buckle your card. To get your scissors, you're just going to chop your tails, like so. And then before you move that down, what you're going to do is you're going to get some red ink and a sentiment of your choice. Mine actually says it's Christmas time, and I'm just going to ink that up like so. I'm going to line that in this bottom right hand corner just above the pattern of the border. Okay, once you've got your sentiment stamped into place, you're now just going to manoeuvre this ribbon down so it lines up at the bottom of your red cardstock like so. And you're going to put some double-sided tape onto the back of this. Now remember, when you're applying the double-sided tape to this, don't go over your border punch at the bottom, because otherwise it will show through like so. Take off this the backing. Bring in your base card. Okay. And then all you're going to do is make sure you've got it opening the right way. Place it on, making sure that you've got an equal border at the top and the sides. Don't worry so much about the bottom. And there you have it. There's card number 4 of our 25 cards of Christmas. Join me tomorrow for card number 5.